What the juck is up, everybody? Jando here, back at it again for episode 26 of the 2026 Maplestory progression series. I'm still sick, but this still needs to be made because I want to crack and let's dive into it. Let's dive into it. Hopefully the Vaseline smear is gone and this is looking crisp. I don't know what happened to the last episode, but hey, we go again. We jump into this episode. I'm also going to try and have like everything show instead of like cropping everything just to make it look a little nicer. But yes, let's dive into it. So first up, we'll dive into Juck Squad to see how it's progressing. And we're getting about, what, I want to say 40% a week. So maybe 3-4 more weeks until we hit that level 25, which give us a tiny bit more attack for all of boss meals. Very exciting stuff. Alrighty, recap of last week. Last week was Star Force. We had a big Star Force day. As we go to the gains that the hero and the Hayato made. Unfortunately, the Wild Hunter did not make the cut, as he didn't get any drops. So now we are entering. So also, as for videos, I managed to at least make one video. Getting sick was not on my bingo card, so that was really annoying. I still have a bunch of videos in the chamber ready to make. Not working. Feel a little better. And yes, weekly goal didn't quite hit the 600k kills, but I did better. I think I reached like 250, which is, hey, it's something. I'm getting some money or value out of the $10 I'm spending for the pass, and the Blaster is definitely enjoying the EP. As for the plan for next week, today is the Thursday, so the big patch is out there around about here. And then Jucket. Heard off Jucket a little bit yesterday, but we'll see Jucket's day 0 gains move forward into July, and more Star Force events, more Sunny Sundays, and more Prog. And then if I can do Black Mage sometime this week, I can also liberate on the Lin, which is always very exciting. And of course, the Errol gets an Eternal hat, my first piece of Eternal anything, which is kind of crazy. So it's a monumental achievement for me because I did it without dealing or really doing any of the grandest bosses. I really need to get into doing the grandest bosses because I'm finding myself reaching a bottleneck between some of my upper end characters where they're gonna just reach a ceiling that I can't get past because I'm just not doing content. And whenever I do the content, I still have to wait 10 weeks minimum just to get one piece. So I need to start learning these bosses. And yeah, so this week we just have a Monster Park day for Sunny Sunday, and I leave it chill for a reason, because bosses will be done throughout the week, and then I've also do a bunch of trading because it's the Haste event. Haste go crazy this week. The next 2 months we have Haste, which is insane. We want to get some crazy levels on. All right, so let's actually go into the Star Force plans for not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Oh, I'm going to do the Errol. You know, that's kind of probably for the best. The biggest focus is the Ren. The Ren is finally going to get some love. She needs so much attention that it's kind of crazy that she's been going this well without me doing anything. So the biggest one is upgrading to a sauce, and I'm gonna settle on getting a Dom to 21 stars and transferring it to a sub-pendant, and then getting that sub-pendant from 20 stars to 21 stars, and then transfer it, and then just safeguarding 4/4 2022 on source suffering. And I think this comes out to about 14.5 bill on average ish. And if I just tapped the sauce all the way, it would have been like what, 40 bill, something crazy. I think 35 to 40 bill, something crazy like that. But yeah, I think this is like the most like risk adverse and like easiest way to do it. And it's like I just want the gain and be good with it, then settle with it. I mean, it's okay right now. Anyway, also want to finally get all the arcades 22 stars. The swing this has. So if I safeguard these and be a little bitch about it, it's like 8 to 10 bill from the 1 star each. That's 40 bill to get 4 stars. If I don't safeguard, it's anywhere from 1 bill to 8 bill variance. It's either going to be 1 bill or it could be up to 8 bill. Like if it booms, you have to remake it and go all the way again, and that can boom again. And I only have 3 spares of each. It'll be interesting to see what I decide on the day. If I don't be risk averse, or if I want to use the spares that I have, like it's arcades, like they come plentiful. But it's always annoying if they do boom. But if they don't boom, it's a W. And then finally, probably the most expensive thing to do on the Ren in one go is to 4444 the ET. So I think it's like, I got the prices down, the Ren character shade, but it's like 30, I don't know, I think it's like 60 bill for the full 4444, and then it's like only a little cheaper if I just settle for the 21 star. So we'll see how we go. I'm gonna have roughly 150 to 160 bill on the Ren, pending how many black mages I want to do on the Saturday 2nd. This is out. I have all Saturday do black mage and more bosses. Yippee. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, that's the Ren. The Ren, like, star forcing is decent on the Ren. She needs more love for cubing. You'll see when we get into it, but she needs a lot of cubing. As for Challenger World, I think I'll have, if everything goes well, 35 builds a good estimate. Now we have 2 characters to fiddle with. And I am thinking, the Errol's nearly gear capped. The Errol is going to be cubing any daybreaks it gets. I can just tap it all the way. So I only really need 1 pendant on the Errol, so I can just go crazy on the second one. You'll see the gains he got later. But I'll be just working on a slime ring and a daybreak. And I think that's nearly it. I think he is more or less done. Maybe a 3rd ring. Nope, rings are fine as well, I think. Nope, she needs 1 more ring, unless an ET drops. So, it's that. So we can get more into his, what I would... I'm not sure if I really want to do it, because he's not pushing content anymore. Like, really the last challenge is easy adversary, and I'm already overspec'd for it from skill and mechanics. So we'll see how we go. And there's also this fantastic bug on Errol that just ruins his burst, so everything takes like 10 minutes longer. Maybe he needs more juice, because we may not be fixed until next reset, which is a yikes. Anyway, the new kit on the block, Jucket, the Kinesis, freshly made, and I am thinking out of the gate just to 18 star as much gear as possible, like a reinforced belt or a PB belt, a KT, Gear 3-piece. Not sure, I ideally want to get our arcanes onto this thing as soon as possible. Jacko hasn't been lucky enough yet to get any drops. He's gotten some Abso box, which is good, but maybe I'll have to settle for 18 star Absos for a little time being, because I ideally want to start clearing Titani on the Kinesis as soon as possible. But it may be a little difficult. Really, like, the easiest things probably to get would be 21 starring some CRAs. That'll probably be the first goal. With 35 bill, I could probably do a decent chance at getting that. It's really just trying to, like, get a decent emblem, decent secondary. Weapon is going to be interesting. I really do need a weapon box from the Errol, so hopefully he can, lock in and get something good. But we'll see. Once we have 2 weeks, 2 weeks worth of dailies and bosses to do before everything happens. So we'll see what happens. I should have added some graphics. My apologies. All right. As for a quick overview of the characters, we have Blaster now has a 277, Errol's now 283, and of course, I'm gonna do it. We now have new entry, Jucket, and Jucket can clear a catchy. That's what it did. I just like copy paste this. Boom. Oh god. Jucket. Oh no, I've ruined it all. You know what? It can be chopped. Catchy. I think it's the strongest. It's gonna be a Titani boss mill, and it's like doing everything. It is booked and busy. I'll follow this later, but yes, we have Jucket in the field. As for Corona spending this week, or last week now, so we had about 50 bill, and then we got about 70 bill from bosses. I did Black Mage twice, nothing from farming and Kronos. Had about just shy of 120 bill for the week, and I spent about 12 bill-ish on cubes and 91 bill on Star Forcing. So the hero and the Hayato got a lot of love on the Star Force, and I also cubed on the hero. Pretty cool gains. Legion Champions, I forgot if this was done last week, but anyway, the Blaster did hard Saren. Yippee, it was a min clear. Well, kinda. It was a self-imposed min clear, as I did not combo on Blaster, and I managed to do it in 20 minutes, just. I think it was the last burst, at like, the clock went below 60 seconds, so it was tight. But it's done, and the Blaster can, quote unquote, graduate from hard Saren. I can just chill out and do normal Saren, unless if I want that pitched core, but that's a lot of work for the pitch core. Yeah, W gains on the Blaster. Now the Adele, Hayato, and the Ren all got 3% crit damage, which is a big pop. Now I have to look and to see how feasible and Kalos is. I'm pretty sure the Adele and the Ren should be able to do it. They have the stack. Hayato probably could do it as well. It's just stack gated, and yeah, the Blaster might be able to get away. Alrighty, let's have a quick peek into Maple Hub and have a look at the drops for this week. So, I think it was just the one. Was it two? Was it three? I can't remember. I think it was just these two. I think the Carter got another book. Is this right? Am I? Yes, I am right. The Carter got another book, which is okay, cool, fantastic. But the biggest drop is the Dawn Warrior getting an Endless Terror. That's it. Nothing else dropped. I thought, oh, maybe the Errol got a black heart, but that's not. Whatever. It's whatever. Alrighty, let's actually dive into the characters. All right, the Ren. You can see. Look at this. Oh, holy! 26 weeks worth of entries. God damn. Alrighty, let's look at the Ren. The Ren managed to gain about 5 mil CP. I think I redid hyperstats plus the extra crit damage. Went kind of nice. It is fast approaching maxing out a bunch of symbols, and its Hexa went a little bit more up as we're looking towards getting level 9 Hecate. And I think I move on after I get level 9 Hecate anything else, but it's Prog on the Hexa has slowed down as I bring my attention's on the Errol. Trying to see its track. Oh yeah, I forgot. Ding 288. That's probably the biggest thing about it. We hit 288. Can go to a different map. I can now farm for Priestess of the Source. Chill. And yeah, new map, which is kind of fun. Haven't really labbed out how to train there just yet, even though it's fairly simple. It's basically the same as if I've been in the Coral method I've been in. But yeah, EXP has really, it's just Monster Park, and you see days that I've skipped, it's just because I did Monster Park on either the previous day or the day before. After that, 2 a.m. cutoff? I think it's 2 a.m. for me where this thing gets cut off. Sometimes I do it in the morning, sometimes I do it in the evening, depends when the run gets Monster which is why. But it's kind of crazy how just averaging such consistent EXP, which is kind of nice. Yeah, probably another 50 days until we see a level up to 259. Or maybe a little less, because I do have some Mecha Berries on the Ren and some Express Boosters. So we'll see what kind of love the Ren gets. I'm pretty sure the Errol will hit 290 before the Ren, which is kind of crazy. Alright, its gear has not changed, but I added a couple things. I just realized the Ren is at 502% stat. That's crazy. I have some boss meals with more stat than that. That's crazy. So this thing is missing a shit ton of stat. Realized, look at this shoulder. Terrible piece of equipment. 2-lined J's. And it's sad to say goodbye to this triple prime or double prime Daybreak, but hey, it will be back once I transition to out of Golix. So as for the upgrade paths, here I got some soft numbers. The ET 45 to 53 bill. I used to do 444 to 21 star. And if I go all the way, it's 67 bill, which is not too bad. But you can see kind of the gains I can get from cubing. Like weapon, the biggest ones is like, this is crazy. The weapon and the emblem are still effectively 2-line. Sure, the biggest stretch for like 2.5 line, but it's, yeah, I need to change to a actual 3-line. And the weapon, if I just get any combination of attack and boss, it's like 3 bill. But actually not that bad. But the emblem, 20 to 40 bill to cube that. So I'm not sure if I want to just chill and wait till a cube sale and go all out. I don't think it'll be in a cube sale the next 2 months. I may just have to pull the trigger and just go for it. And of course, it's running. Look at this piece of shit. Searing gear, 15%. It's still 1 second cooldown reduction, but like, holy, 15, 24, 27. Like this, the Ren needs Eternals, and I need to do more than just normal Kalos. As I'm like 3 weeks away from my first piece, but then another 20 weeks before I get the reset. But hey, look, it's going to happen. So in episode 56, goddamn, more than a year into this endeavor, hey, the Ren will have, no, it'll be episode 46. The Ren will be 3 set Eternals. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. It may be a bit longer if I keep crashing in Telos though. Alright, so again, I could also just rip it and go for a map and a Zerk. And if I could probably throw, where is it? Oh yeah, I've got it down here. You can see that if I do the 444 tech on the sauce, it's about 33 to 37 bill. That's how much it's going to cost. If I just have a map and a Zerk straight to 22 star, which is kind of cool. If I want 80 bill, I could just get a 22 star Zerk and map. And then if I have another 60 bill each, I can get a CFE to 22 star and then a Dream about 22 star. They're like that's like 90 just a casual 250 bill, which is kind of light work. And that could be 9 sets pitched with a black heart. Ignore, I don't have to pop this thing. I can just use my I think I have like 6 months of black hearts. But yeah, the Ren could get some ridiculous gains, and I'll just pray for a badge drop from hard black mage. So the Ren is sitting on a gold mine of damage. Gold mine potential. Look, the Ren can make big gains. And then yeah, with the inventory, we have 3 dreaming ballots. So I'm not really sure if I have to do like 444 this. Same with the CFE. I don't need a 444 it. But what I might do is I might just make a 22 star version of it, and then you save these spares when I want to go beyond 22 star. I think that might be the play. But yeah, we'll see. And also, I've only got 3 spares each of the arcades, so we'll see if they do hit 22 star. And then I've got that secondary Beatrice that I'm just currently throwing any spare cubes on, just to see if I can get a cheeky way down. Alright, so that is the Ren gains. Let's move on to the Adele. Adele actually got a decent chunk of rage. Part of it's from the crit damage from the Legion champion, but it's also I redid my hypers because I realized across the board my IAD was kind of cooked. So kind of fixed it up across the board. And I'm still not happy with some of them, but hey, it's still an improvement. So the Adele is still pretty chopped where it's been at. Well, it's doing okay. It's actually 280 mil, which is kind of crazy how it's like keeping up with pace. And I haven't really got much gains on it. I think the biggest ones have just been the Zerk. That's really it. It's the Zerk in the book is like the best 2 gains it's got in the last couple of weeks, months. So it's in a similar spot where it hasn't gotten that lucky with pitch. Well, I say that, but there's a map. It has 2 saucers, has a dream, no CFE, no ET. The biggest one is the ET, and then I also need to transition this thing to have I need to get a Daybreak and a Slabbery to 22 star bunch of gear to be able to transfer to. Also got 3 pieces of arcades off each. We are sitting at 20 star on them. So I'll have to eventually get them all to 22 star. It's pop wise, it's actually not too bad. We're sitting at 525%, which is still kind of shit compared to, I think the Blaster's kind of juiced sitting at like 570. We have pendant? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. Oh, the Blaster has a legacy map. That's why it's inflated. Of course. So yeah, still some great gains to make. I still want to prioritize that badge because, and there's also in a Beatrice waiting room, so it's where I really haven't pulled a trigger. Even when I get the Beatrice, I'm going to try and beat 3-line attack, which is only viable if I get 3-line attack. So lots of work to do on the Adele, but it will eventually get its boon. And I could always chill with this water pendant. Maybe like with the trying to beat 10% boss. And I'm not gonna I don't have many mercy coins. I don't really want to spam that just to get a higher star with one pendant. That's too much. May as well just chill the Daybreak, get 2 set Dawn with that cheeky boss, and call it a day. But I won't have to do that until I think I'm 7 set. But it might happen sooner rather than later. But yeah, in a similar boat to the Ren, it's if I throw 250 build into this thing, it can get pretty damn far into its pitch. I have 260, but basically 260. pitchies, or pitch rags, pitch orbs, pitch chords. So I could just redeem in an ET and a CFE, and then a Meteors drops and boom, that's 7 set right there. And then throw an emblem on 8 set, actually 9 set. What am I talking about? Just go all the way. But then I'll be starved out of a badge. So I still want to wait until that badge drops or I reach 390 orbs. Which, hey, not long now. Not long now. It's like, what, 12 weeks to go? So, hey, we're getting there. We're getting there. Alrighty, for the Blaster also gained a cheeky 5 mil CP in tandem with redoing my hyperstats and, of course, getting that crit damage Triple champion. Not much has changed on the Blaster since last time. Realized that the ET needs some love, so again, another cheat, like it's so expensive. Another cheeky 60 bill, and right there. Its arcades are also like what, 17, 18, 17, 18. These also need to go all the way to the moon. And yeah, I even listened to future upgrades. IED kind of low. We're sitting at 94%. I think that's with decent comfort. Crazy. And so yeah, so big gains to be had once I get to these arcades to 22 star. And it also, I'm not sure if I'll be taking this beyond, hey, listen here. I'm not sure if I'll be taking this beyond, I think 5 or 6 set pitched. I'll try and keep that core 4 set Bollocks. 5 set pitch. Got the ET so far, no book yet, which is kind of crazy. And I don't have my, I don't know how many things he has. I'm pretty sure he's going to be relatively close. Hang on, let's go here. I listed it here. There we go. So about 6 weeks to go. So we get 2 of these. So we're still in that waiting room for that map. Map's gonna go crazy because I'm wearing a 12-star transposed legacy monocle, which is crazy. Yeah, this, I'm pretty sure the Blaster could easily hit 300 mil plus. Once these are all 22-star, we get that 22-star map. And then we have a Zerk chilling here that can be taken all the way to 22-star. Just gonna throw like 30, 35 billions. That's like kind of crazy that I can be like, yep, I can get a 22-star Zerk just like that. In that waiting room for that book or map. I'm not sure if I want to go for Kinesis badge. Kinesis badge is not that much of a gain since I have a legacy. I have that freedom to ignore it. But we'll see. And I'm not sure if what I want to do with all my characters with a Wonder Word heart, because having to convert them to fairy hearts, so I get them to plasma hearts feels kind of crazy. If, however, I could get them all to solo extreme Lotus, or I could duo. That just seems like a traitor. Having a duo on like what, 6 characters, I may as well just get them to a level where they can solo and then tough it out. But goddamn, soloing extreme Lotus 6 times a week and they're all gonna be min clears? Maybe not. Maybe not. A future problem tomorrow. Anyway, W gains on the Blaster. Alright, the Hayato. Hayato got some cheeky gains this Star Force. We're sitting at a crisp 161 mil CP. That is basically 20 mil CP gain, which is kind of big. I think mainly it's from the crit damage. But I think the biggest one is getting that 3% crit. Crazy. But the Hayato is still poised to make even more gains. So, as for the gains made this Star Force, we did get a 21-star Zerk. The ET got a 21-star. I haven't equipped the Zerk yet because its pot is absolutely abysmal. And it's still in the waiting room for Amitras, and it's what? We're running 3 lines IED. That's crazy. We're at 161 mil CP with 3 lines of IED. This thing could be at the level of the Blaster if these were 3-line attack, 3-line attack. Okay, waiting for the Amitras for it. A bunch of the pots are still, I think it's like fake 3-line 24%. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all like all-stat, crazy all-stat lines. There's some huge gains to be made. We've got the pendants up. I don't think this... Pretty sure both the Slime Ring and the Daybreak don't have pots in them yet. They don't have pots. That's why I didn't include it there. No pots yet, which is absurd. You can easily get another, what, 10 mil range easily, maybe, perhaps. Then I got 2 set Daybreak here with the Zerk. I can then get 3 set pitched. Atrius is 4 set, and just go div there. So I think with the could have gone even further because I did very many of these. Like go even further beyond. So the Hayato is kind of waiting for next big drop is just sauce and a map. Indeed, they go even crazier. So I'm not sure if I want to like. I may just go for the map. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 set. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to keep 2 set daybreak. Kind of nice. But we'll see. Matrix is the biggest thing it needs to get, but hey, it's gonna get it. I think 185. Again, not sure if I need to actually get a Getty badge because it has Legacy GSE. I could just use this to redeem the last thing it's missing. So I could redeem a map if I wanted to. Okay, we're chilling with the 21 star monocle. Sorry. Tattoo. There it is. That's the one. We should be fine. And again, the hider doesn't really need it as of yet. Just realize this 21%. Look, I need a cubic event. I need to get like, I should just save the money. Get like 500 bill and just go crazy next cube sale, honestly. But yeah, that's it for the Hayato. W gain, 20 mil is not too bad. And I think I spent, I don't remember. It was 91 mil between the hero and the Hayato. But yeah, still decent. And still a lot of gains to make going forward. Alrighty, the Kana didn't really gain much. It's like 1 mil CP from, I think, our pen stats. They would quickly gloss over. It didn't really gain much. It's on its, what, 3rd book, W, but no real gains. Similar to the Hayato, this is probably the upgrade path that we'll be taking with it. 5 set pitch, 2 set Dawn, 4 set Golix. So this thing just needs a Zerkt or a Sauce, and then it'll maintain the Twilight or the Daybreak for the other slot. But I could just do that now, honestly. Like, actually, I don't even need, like, I could just do it now. It has the Zerk already, what I'm talking about. If I have the Zerk, I could just replace the Twilight and boom, it's done. And I could just chill there as an accrue pieces and be good about it. So I could just do that. Just go through it, 35 mil editing, 22 star Zerk. But it's still waiting for a Beatrice. Beatrice is the reason why. It's not 5 set yet. So I could get 4 set with 5 set of Beatrice, and then with chilling. CFE, Dreamout. could go pretty big. That 7 set seems fairly, even 8 sets even likely, because it's just crazy. Just be able to prog pitch so well. Yeah, that'd be kind of gains. Alright, moving on to the Shade. The Shade had a fun week now being liberated again. Didn't gain much. What? This is like, I think I redid the hypers, just slightly optimize it, and then it's really it. Yeah, nothing much has changed last time. Yeah, I will calculate one day how much it's going to cost to take all this to a 2-star. Also to replace these with 3 2-star arcades, but that's long-term project. The Shade's doing pretty well. Ideally, want to get bosses to about 30 minutes. There's like 8 more minutes to go. That's like 38 minutes. 30. There's no real. I can just wait till the boss changes in November. Be fine. All right, W Shade change. W Shade Gates. Alrighty. Biggest one or biggest winner of the week was Dawn Warrior. Dawn Warrior, I think it took 45 minutes now, but I kind of trolled with some of the bosses. Had to re-enter a couple times, but Dawn Warrior is basically done. It's in the same boat as the Shade, where it's now just waiting for when I decided 22-star everything to make it a little faster. But this is pretty good. Pretty happy with where it's at. Already going forward, I guess like get a Plasma Heart, switch to 22-star arcades. It'll get a 22-star. It do need to fix its integrability. It's only got a 2-line at the moment, we're just kind of chopped. And I don't really care if I get a Beatrice on it because its emblem is kind of cool, or kind of nice at the moment. Like 2-line with IED, which is kind of nice. So, not a big priority to get this to a hard Saren spec just yet. Alright, W Dawn Warrior Gates. Alright, the lid. The lid is, this is what, a week before it liberates. We gained 1 mil CP, but we are now Black Heartless. I know we were Black Heartless last week. Okay, we did gain something at least. Cool. So the lid, yeah, literally no gains to talk about. Other than that, it's going to liberate soon. They should see a big gain next week and join the Doorway of the Shade at like 130 mil CP. Did I take a cheeky little screenshot of what it would look like if it liberates? No, I did not. Alright. Cool. Moving on. The Wild Hunter, UPW Lidgates. And the Wild Hunter once again lost rage. This is because I took a snapshot of it. There we go. 88 mil with the rental gear, but we're sitting at 78 mil without. So we're just missing a Twilight Mark still. No Twilight Marks yet from last week. I'm going to try again this week and the next week to see if I can get to 21 star. I'm just going to tap it once I get it on Star Force and see where it goes. And hope for the best. But yeah, you need to also remember to do these missions this week, otherwise I will overcap. And we are, nearly a month away from liberating, which is kind of pog. A few more characters on the liberation list, yippee. But yeah, it's total stats still a little low. We're only sitting at 449%. So what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? 5 pieces that need to be cubed a bit more? Get around 500%? Kind of crazy. Even that, we could only get 21%. It's because the hat is got a line of cooldown reduction, which is really good. And ideally, I think 3 to 4 seconds is good, but doing that on a CRA piece, ugh. We'll see how we go. But yeah, not much has happened on so little has happened on the month that I don't even bother with screenshotting its inventory because there's just nothing there. It's dry as ever. Alrighty, onto the Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer lost some rage because I redid its hyper stats so it gets more ignore defense, which is really easy. Realized that it was. What was I sitting on last week? I was sitting at like 90.54. Like what the fuck? That's a lot better. 95, much better. Same boat as the Demon Slayer, liberating in about 2 months. Or 1 month. You can see this is where the prog for the Wild Hunter would be at as well. You have Will and Lucid, and then the healer. That's how it goes. And you can see how much more stat this thing has. Like 50% more stat, just kinda crazy. Yeah. Demon Slayer is going pretty well. That's not much else to report on this thing. Oh yeah, Wild Hunter, speaking of, forgot to mention, we unlocked, I didn't include it here, but I managed to unlock Hecate on this thing. I need to update both of these things. Oops. Yeah, bosses are ever so slightly easier now that I have Hecate unlocked. Now I need to unlock these two, and we're golden. Alrighty, as for the biggest winner of the patch, look at this. A whopping 20 mil CP gain. So last week, the Errol was sitting on basically absolutely nothing. No stars. What was it? But this had no star. This had no pot. And it was miserable. But this week, we went from 462% stat to 509. 3 line. Like, it was crazy how much I hit on this thing. Absolutely. So the hero gained 20 mil CP, they get 96% IED, and it's like damage range is heavily inflated because I got a 3-line attack. So this thing is definitely not getting a majors anytime soon. It'll be chilling on this secondary for Emblem for quite some time. But this thing is like good to go. Like even like its gloves are decent. It's got like a fake 2-line. And I listen here. I can go even higher if I get the rentals. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, W gains, it will liberate just before, I think it's like a week before the game, we get the next update. So by September, all my characters should be liberated, which is insane to think. That's 2 months. 2 months to go, and I'll have 30 characters liberated. Like, god damn. Maybe. See how well the Kinesis goes. Alrighty, as for the Errol, uh-oh, I didn't update this. Let me fix this. The Errol is now sitting at 139 mil CP without rentals. Look at that. Without rentals. That is a big gain. The last week, I took this snapshot with it equipped all the rentals, so that 156 CP. This week, we're sitting at 139, and I'll show you the gains we got. The biggest ones are the belt, pendant, the KT, and the earrings, even the Twilight, all with 21 stars. So 21, 21, 20, 21, and 21. So my plan for the Errol, this is also with a terrible like drop gear pendant. Goddamn. So my plan is just to safeguard both of these once a world leap. Same with the KT, I'll just transfer that into the sub ring that I have in my inventory. Did I take a picture of the inventory? I did not, of course. So I'll just transfer this to the superior ring, and I'll just fall for it. Pay the extra cost, fall for it, and that means it will have complete. Well, same with the Dom. This sub pendant's going to go into a sub pendant drops for a 20-star sub pendant, and I'll just fall for it and be happy with it. And that's it. I sort of, of course, the plasma heart also wanted 18 stars, which is a hog. But a bunch of cubing needs to happen on the Errol now, because I can get these two to legendary, and I can get this to 3 line, which is fairly somewhat cheap. And then the only things I need to start working on is I burned my day breaks. I had like 3 day breaks, and I burned them all. You're trying to hit that 21 star. And then next time, or next event, I'll probably start tapping the Twilight rings. The slime rings to 22 star. There we go. I also lost a ring and downgraded to a drop gear ring. And I'll eventually need to either get another get an ET, or get another KT, or make some Mason rings to get the other 21 star ring. But it's kind of low prior. May as well just wait. Just wait for an ET. Like that will happen. Net W gains on the Errol. I now need to learn easy adversary. Should be like an easy 10-minute fight. I just need to learn the boss so I can actually clear it. But come this week, it's going to be so much more difficult now that Errol's bugged. God damn it. But yeah, just need a solo first adversary, and then boom, I'll get 22 star. And the burning gear, which would also be a big boost to his range. Yeah, W Jucko gauge, we're also sitting at 258 coins, and I think it's like August 20th? Between August 15th and August 20th, we'll get this up pendant. And I still need to work on finishing drop gear as well, because we still have not hit any double prime pieces of drop gear. Alrighty, and finally we have the Kinesis, the new kid on the block. That's right, day 0 was completed, and we're already sitting at 4 mil CP, as I have boom, 4 mil CP. Juck it, hit the ground running. This is all from look at this, the gear is so chopped. So I didn't cube the emblem. The emblem's like I think it's like 6% magic attack, 9% damage. We've got the temp CA gear you get from the burning, fake dominator. We got a reinforcement from day 0, kind of crazy, and 3 rings from I think 2 event rings, 1 from the burning, like just things I found off the ground. And these absos were from Jacko. Managed to claim the boxes before they expired, as I did make Jucket before the patch hit, which is good, otherwise they would have died. Cleared Golix on day 0, and we also got 9 pieces from Pino, which is kind of cool, so I can probably do Pino again and get that Pino secondary for a little bit of extra damage. And we threw a bunch of nodes at the V Matrix, and basically everything that's important is maxed out. Did finish getting Blink. I'm not even sure if I need Oda Shower maxed out, and it will eventually get Holy Fountain maxed out, and same with the Oda Will skill eventually. But yeah, already 4 mil CP. I could probably do normal Lotus. No, yes, no, I was right. Normal Lotus and normal Damien with the CP range, as we already have pretty good AD. That's without FAMs and decent crit rate. And speaking of FAMs, also the inventory already got a KT. I think this thing is seeded. Speaking of FAMs, we already got some pretty good ones. Like this is a pretty good boss set. Like this is double line. This is also double line. I don't need to switch to drop rate FAMs, which is kind of cool for the time being. And then this is just a random AD one, and then we've got 2 healing FAMs. Yeah, W gains on day 0 of 235. Jucket is going to get all the way to 270 in Challenger World, which is kind of nice. We'll see how the gains go. I kind of want to prioritize getting 9 acts. Oh yeah, get 9 accessories to legendary. I'm not sure if I want to wait till it's like 2 weeks until more than 2 weeks, like 3 weeks until DMT. So I may not wait. Get these things to legendary, get 1 line drop rate, call it, and then just slowly start accruing spares. because I ideally want to take everything to like 18 stars. And if I can get some 21 stars, it would be kind of nice, because the sooner I can start doing titanium on this, the sooner it can liberate, because I will get the Genesis pass for this thing. As for like what I'd focus on, I'll definitely get 21 star series. They're really easy to get. Either 18 star, ideally 18 star arcanes. That's more up to Jucko to decide that than the Kinesis. If I have to do like 17 star Absols, so be it. I really need to focus on like 1 pendant, 3 rings, and that's it. Everything else can be rental gear. So the rental gear will add a decent amount of range. Ideally, I want to be above 40 mil CP before I tackle C10. If I had to be lower, so be it. But it is, it's going to be tough. Going to be tough. Yeah, that does it for episode 26. Halfway through the year, or half a year worth of stuff. This is a longer episode than I realized. 40 minutes of yapping. God damn. But yeah, as always, thank you all for watching. Have a jucking good day. I'll catch you all.